we were talking about some of the inhabitants of the house here, and I felt actually a lot of sadness at this house, and I felt like somebody passed away early, or somebody was still in her youth when she passed. And this was going back, like, I want to say 1800s. She died of bleeding, is what I got.
How old, roughly?
I want to say she was in like her 30s, maybe.
The original owner's son, his wife died giving birth to their firstborn son. So he had one son, and she died at childbirth.
Oh, okay. Was she in?
She was young.
She was young, but 30s would be pretty old back then.
To have a child. I'd have to pull up the records, but that's one known death that I know of a female up here.
Okay. I mean, she looks pretty young to me. By today's standards, she looks 30s, but back then could have been like early 20s. Maybe.
Yeah.
I felt she had dark hair, and I also see that she was Germanic descent, so some German in her blood, as well as English, Welsh, those places. So she has quite a lineage. There was also a daughter that was raised here that grew up, and I also feel like the husband at the house wasn't here a lot. I felt like he was gone a lot. But this plot that I'm looking at was 1800s, and it looked almost like a Victorian-style house. It wasn't quite as fancy as that. I kept seeing a porch on the end. Possibly the foundation was stone or stones like that, and it was built on stones. Not much else that I really can see significant about the house, but there was one other woman who lived here. Or they possibly had an add-on or guest house or something where the woman lived, and she was part black. She was black, but not completely black. You did tell me a story of some families that lived in this area that were descended from her. We're going over a couple things that we were talking about before. I feel the man who lived here passed away, and he wasn't very old. Or at least I'm getting somebody in their 50s that died here. So that, but I see families going in and out of here very quickly. So I see like maybe, 20 years time, and then they would move on. So people moved quickly.
We're probably one of the longest families that have had it as long as we have, besides the original owner.
Mm-hmm. I do feel down that way there were a lot of Civil War, battles going on. I also feel like there was a home down there in some area, so another settler's home.